my name is Joy.
And then Nick.
And today we will show you about 2014 news.
Hi guys, I will talk about the first news. The 2014 West Africa Ebola outbreak kills at least 166 people. And in February, the first ever virus was found in the region of Guinea. At the end of the 23rd April, the total number of suspects and confirmed cases in Ebola hemorrhagic fever outbreak increased to 242 and 142 people deaths at a case fatality rate of 58.7%, and 223 cases and 157 people deaths in Guinea. And in Liberia, only 12 cases, but 11 people deaths.
West Africa is on high alert. A deadly virus has taken hold in southeast Guinea and it's posing a major threat to the entire region. This is the first time Ebola has struck Guinea. 86 cases and at least 59 deaths have been reported in Kessidougou, Guakedu, Musanta and Zerikore districts. Nearby countries are on high alert in case the virus spreads. Mauritania has reportedly closed its southern borders. There are already suspected cases in Sierra Leone and in Liberia, where 5 people are reported to have died after crossing from southern Guinea for treatment. There is no cure or vaccine for Ebola, so emergency response teams are focusing on isolating those infected.
By isolating possible patients, we can avoid the spread to other patients, or to other people and into the community. So it's very important to identify possible patients and to isolate them. And also we are doing contact tracing and follow-up from people that have been in close contact with identified patients.
The second news is the Malaysian airline flight 370 disappeared. On March 8, 2014, less than an hour takeoff, Malaysia Airlines reported the flight was missing. The flight was 77200ER with current 12 Malaysian crew and 227 passengers from 14 nations. There would be no confirmation of any flight were debris or no crash site have been found. The airline in Vietnamese reported the airplane being crashed down to the ocean between Malaysia and Vietnam. They also say they found the oil slick. They say that the radar told them the airplane would fly 4.5 more hours after being reported lost signal. There are 239 people on board. Many other countries are trying to search for the missing airplane. For the information, the airplane was in accident with another airplane in 2013 and it's been repaired on February 2004.
Associated Press is reporting minutes ago that the Vietnamese Air Force planes have spotted 2 oil slicks.
The location of this suspected debris is in an area fairly close to the intended flight path of Malaysian Airlines Flight 370, the missing plane.
Malaysian officials now confirm that 2 key communication systems were shut down separately 14 minutes apart.
The third news. In April 15, 2014, on the Tuesday night, the terrorist organization Boko Haram attacked a girls' school in Chibok, Borno State, in northern Nigeria. They kidnapped between 250 to 300 young schoolgirls. And on May 5th, Boko Haram took advantage of the Czech military and attacked a town of Gambo and Gala that did not get protected. They killed up to 300 civilians. And it's what a sad story.
As many as 200 girls were abducted from their boarding school in northeastern Nigeria by heavily armed Boko Haram Islamists who arrived in trucks, vans and buses, officials and witnesses said. The group has recently stepped up attacks in the region, and its leader released a video last month threatening to kidnap girls from schools. Dozens of gunmen stormed the government girls' secondary school in Chibok, about 130 kilometers, 81 miles, west of Maiduguri, on Monday night as the students slept in their dormitories, officials said. They engaged the soldiers guarding the school in a lengthy gun battle and then herded the girls onto vehicles. Many girls were abducted by the rampaging gunmen who stormed the school in a convoy of vehicles, said Emmanuel Sam, an education official in Chibok.
U.S. expects instruction at regional holding operation including financial circle. accusing the Russia of failing to live up agreement defuse the question in Ukraine. The Obama administration took MS-17 bank, energy company, investment account, and other firms controlled by four men. In what amount to attempt to constrain the asset available to Mr. Putin, close associate, and perhaps to President himself. The goal here is not to let Mr. Putin personally, President Obama told a reporter in Manila. The goal is to change his calculate and to encourage him to actually walk the walk, not just talk the talk when it comes to diplomatically resolve the question in Ukraine.
Russian officials, as well as 17 firms linked to President Vladimir Putin, have been added to the sanctions list. The EU also, in a similar move, said it has agreed to impose sanctions on 15 Russian and Ukrainian figures. Among the targeted individuals are the head of the state oil giant Rosneft, Igor Sechin, Deputy Prime Minister Dmitry Kozak, and senior lawmaker Alexei Pushkov. The US and EU accuse Moscow of interfering in the internal affairs of Ukraine. Russia denies the allegations and insists it will give a painful response to the new sanctions.
The final news for today is a ferry carriage for residual people. Most of them is high school students on overnight trip to Torres Island. It sent up cyclone cost on Wednesday. More than 280 people missing and 4 people were considered dead and 55 were injured. The high number of people that accounted for likely trapped in the ship or floating somewhere in the ocean. This event making is one of the cyclone biggest ferry disaster since 1993, when more than 292 people died, and they say the people are still missing.
What do you think about the first news will affect our economy?
Oh, it affects very much. You know why? Because when the virus spreading is gonna spread to our country too. So the president have to do his job, get the queue of spend money to help people.
I think the second news affect the economy because Malaysian Airlines will not be normal anymore because people will stop buying their ticket to go travel because the scale will get disappear like this flight. And what do you think about the third one?
Oh, the third one, the government have to spend a lot of money and send troops to our country to stop terrorist organization.
Yeah.
And did you hear about the financial circle?
Oh, I think the financial circle is like stop money in the Ukraine because as you can see, the Obama took MS-17 bank, energy company, and investment account and other firm controlled by four men.